Welcome back to the Adventures with the Average Joe, and I'm Joe. Today I'll be blanching these tomatoes to get them prepared for tomato sauce, my homemade tomato sauce. I got some chive onions, orange bell peppers and mushrooms, and other seasonings that I'll be putting in with it. So enough procrastinating, let's get blanching. Basically, I'm going to boil these tomatoes for a couple minutes, put them in some cold water, the skin should peel right off. I don't want to put too many in at once, but I also want to make sure I can get these done in a timely manner. About half bag will do for now. See how they're just sitting in there boiling? I'll let them go for a little bit. I got my cold water in the sink. While them are boiling, I suppose I can cut some stuff off. Alright. That's a nice mushroom stem. Nice cap. And these would be perfect for stuffed mushrooms. That'll be a bunch of flavor for in the sauce. I'm just getting a couple extra cuts in there. Alright, there's our mushrooms. Let's check one out, see how they're doing. Almost. Getting close. Now we got some onion chives. Very pretty. Okay, let's get them roots off. As much of the onion I can. And I'm just mincing the shit out of it. It's all gonna cook down. Probably thinking I'm making chunky sauce, but I'm not. Let me get these. And there's my onion. Let's get a little bit of this chive in there. The rest of these chives I'm going to save for my dinner. So let's throw these back in here if I can figure out where I opened it. Because I'm having pork steaks that I'm cooking for dinner with the stuffed mushrooms, and these chives will go good with them. Okay, clean that up a little bit. Okay, here comes the fun part. When the tomato splits like that, that's a pretty good sign that it's ready to. Alright. The last couple in there. Throw these right here for now. Put that there. Leftover peppers from last night's dinner, we're going to chop up and throw in here. I normally use green peppers, but the wife never had orange, so that's what we're going to do. And these are going to cook down nice with the meat that I'm going to put in the sauce. Everything in that pan is going to get cooked with meat. Ground pork, ground beef is pretty expensive in Thailand. Ground pork is fairly cheap, so ground pork it is. Anyone that can't eat pork or for some reason your religion doesn't allow you to eat pork, supplement this with beef, chicken, whatever you need to do. It's still a good recipe. When you blanch a tomato, the skin should just peel right off. Sometimes they come off real easy. It's no different than peeling an egg. Some eggs peel super easy, some are a pain in the butt. But the biggest thing is I want to get as much of this skin, if not all of the skin off. Which, this one I managed. Well, we're almost done. I should probably turn that off, because by the time it cools down, they'll be blanched. Like I said, it just peels off. I've seen some people peeling them off with one peel, but I don't think I cooked it long enough for that, or they had perfect tomatoes. I don't know. But this is how I'm doing it. I got half the skin in one try. And I'm using these smaller tomatoes because they were a good price. Depending on what types of sauces you want, there's different tomatoes. These work just fine over here. There's a lot of meat on them. That's why I like them. Meat cooks down good. Woohoo! I got one to come off with the whole skin at once. See, that's amazing when that happens. I don't happen all the time. I also noticed the greener they are, the harder they are to get the skin off. So I'm going to stop talking here and just peel, because I'll probably fast forward to this part. Cutting the tops off. Be nice to have that cutting board. There we go. That aside for a second. Set this aside for a second. Almost done. Woohoo! So many tomato skins. Be great for the compost pile. I'm not going for perfect sizes because it's all going to cook down. I just want that flavor to come out. Alright, let's go put these out in the compost pile. And for my spaghetti sauce, my seasonings, I'll just like pinches of stuff. I don't know exact measurements, but there's parsley, a little bit of rosemary, some paprika, there's a tiny bit of paprika, salt, not a whole lot, black pepper, where'd it go? Yeah, a little bit of oregano, not a whole lot. Just stir it up. And there's more to go into it because I got all this meat and onions and green pepper, yellow peppers, orange peppers. I normally use green pepper, but whatever. Now this, we're gonna have it cook down for a while. See, I got it all mashed down. Now we gotta cook it down. Once that's done cooking, then I'll put it in here and we'll cook it even more. Let's get this in here. And yeah, sometimes I drain off the fat, sometimes I don't. This time I really didn't, because it'll all cook out and make it even better. Good enough for now. Looking good. Now we just gotta let it cook down for several hours. Look how beautifully that's boiling. That's what we want to see. The water's evaporating. Okay. Let's give this a good mashing. One of the reasons I like mashing it while it's cooking, it breaks everything up nice, it releases flavor, and also it helps the cooking process go a little faster. And you keep seeing me go with the spatula to clean the sides. One, it's to keep it from burning on there, and two, that foam that's burning on there also helps thicken up the sauce. Some people may say it don't, some may say it do. I always learned it did. I don't know. But it's cooking nice. It's probably about 1/3 of the way. Okay. We're about 3/4 of the way done. So I'm adding some cheese. Not all spaghetti sauce got cheese, obviously, but the one I'm making today does. Now we're just gonna let it melt down and then I'll mix it in. I think it's set. We got some nice thick spaghetti sauce. Yeah, it's pretty good. The only thing left to do now is put it away. I'm gonna put it in some Ziploc bags so I can share it with my friends because I made more than enough. Definitely too much for the wife and I to eat, so Sarah and Adrian, you're gonna definitely get some. But until next time, everyone, this has been Adventures with the Average Joe, and I'm Joe. I was making my homemade spaghetti sauce. I hope you enjoyed watching. It was fun making the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification if you can. If not, maybe leave a comment. If not, I still appreciate your help, appreciate your views. Don't forget, there's also my Cash App and my Cash App and buy me a cup of coffee if you're interested. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.